Okay, Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Alright, so this week's lesson is mainly about, that's what you could see on the screen here, sayur, ataupun vegetables lah. Okay, we'll cover the basics, what cooking vegetable involves, what are the commonly methods used to cook vegetables, Eastern and Western, and wrapping up this week, saya akan cover salads, right? Okay, so saya teka lecturer nutrition dan juga cikgu biologi dah ajarlah you all pentingnya makan sayur, berapa amount you patut makan, 3 to 4 servings. Okay, so I'm not going to go into that into detail. Alright, cuma yang important for food service or food professional is knowing the science behind cooking lah. Okay, so take note when you cook any vegetables, it can be affect the changes in number satu, texture, kedua, flavor, ketiga, color, and of course yang paling penting dia akan affect nutrients lah. Alright. So the important thing about cooking vegetables is the amount of fiber. So fiber ni penting lah untuk sistem usus untuk penghadaman dan juga perlawasan. Okay. So dikatakan sini fibers varies depending on different type of vegetables in terms of whether it's matured vegetables or young vegetables, and of course in different parts of the vegetables. Okay. Contoh brokoli, di bunga brokoli ataupun bunga kubis bunga ataupun cauliflower tu, that part usually has less fiber, but paling tinggi fibernya dekat batang dia lah. Okay, but usually batang brokoli itu tidak diserve lah. Satu, dia tak presentable, and kedua, it is very very thick and tebal lah. Okay, bagi siapa yang adventurous, yang health conscious, dia boleh gigit lah fiber batang brokoli tu. Okay, but in restaurant food service setting, that part of the broccoli, the batang tu memang kita tak serve pun, right? Okay, fibers in vegetables, dia akan react differently. Okay, if you add acid and sugar, dia tak lembut, dia sebenarnya akan jadi lebih firm. Okay, firm tu lebih kenyal lah, alright. Bukan keras, dia jadi lebih kenyal, firm. Okay. Fiber akan soften atau lembut melalui haba, heat dan juga alkali. Alright, so remember, becomes lebih firm atau kenyal through acids and sugar, but becomes soft if you treat it with heat and juga alkalize. Okay. As for starchy vegetables, usually refer kepada you punya ubi or potatoes and related lah. Okay. So right, dikata kat sini, dry starchy food must be cooked in enough water for the starch granules to absorb moisture and soften, called the gelatinization process. Most starchy food has enough moisture of their own to soften the starch granules, and they must be cooked until the starch granules soften. Okay. Now the main difference, if you want to boil or blanch starchy vegetables, berbeza dengan leafy vegetables ataupun non-starch vegetables, is you start the blanching process in cold water. Alright. Contoh yang paling mudah, kenang balik you punya mom, you punya nenek, you punya beloved aunties, bila dia orang nak kari pap, ada kan dia orang rendam kari pap dalam air sebelum mendidihkan ubi kentang tu. Okay. Berbeza, tak ada pun you tengok your mothers bring the water to a boiling temperature and then baru masukkan kentang. Okay. Sebab kentang or starchy vegetables, dia perlu water to absorb moisture and soften. Okay. And form the gelatinization process. Right. Okay. When it comes to doneness, all right, by definition, dia kata a vegetable is said to be done when it reaches a desired degree of doneness. Okay. Some such as squash, eggplant, and braised celery are considered properly cooked when they're quite soft. Okay. Now, the term that is used to describe vegetables that is done or cukup bagus, lulus untuk makan, is called this al dente. Okay. But it does not mean al dente ni soft atau easy to bite. By definition, al dente is firm to bite, meaning you can chew it comfortably in your mouth with a slight resistance. Okay. If it's too hard to bite, dia belum al dente lagi lah. Alright. Okay, cara yang paling mudah untuk tahu mana-mana vegetables tu dah al dente, selain daripada menggunakan faktor masa 5-6 bilik, itu mungkin akan ada slide ralat sikit lah. Okay. Apa yang cara saya ajar dulu is to measure the doneness by using a skewer, skew the part of the vegetables and see whether the vegetable will sink down into the pot ataupun stick to the skewer. Skewer as in lidi ataupun the sharp edges of the fork, garpu tu. If it sinks down, itu dah kira al dente lah. If it sticks to the skewer, means it's not yet al dente. Okay, itu prinsip dia. Okay, the main challenge in cooking vegetables is satu, you kena bear in mind vegetables ni kaya dengan micronutrient, dan micronutrient ni berbeza dengan makronutrient, protein, carbohydrate, fat, is dia memang sangat sensitif dan senang musnah lah. Okay. Dan apabila benda tu musnah, dia kurang khasiat and juga sikit sebanyak spoils the flavor lah of the vegetables. But this can be controlled in 4 ways. Sebolehnya sayur or whatever vegetable is, you try to cook it in a short amount of time if possible. Alright. Use boiling salt water. Start the vegetables in boiling water, shorten the cooking time. Okay, that is another reason why your typical carrot, broccoli, we start to blanch in boiling water because we want to shorten the cooking time, and we don't want, unlike the potato, we don't want the carrot to absorb too much water during the blanching process. Okay, so blanch until al dente, stop to bite, and then immediately transfer into a bowl of ice water to stop the cooking process. Okay, that is called the chopping process. Right. Okay, what else? Number 3, dia kata just use enough water to cover the food to minimize leaching of flavor, color, and nutrients. All right. And rather than using direct water, if the condition permits, try to steam vegetables whenever appropriate, because the water vapor will help reduces leaching out of flavor, and of course it shortens the cooking time lah. All right. Okay, in terms of cooking sweetness, young fresh harvest vegetables have high sugar and makes them taste sweet, but as they mature in storage, the sugar actually will then turn into starch. Okay, so it is advisable that you serve young fresh vegetables that have been stored as in a short amount of time as possible, right? Okay, selain daripada sensitif dari segi nutrient loss dan juga flavor, um, vegetables ni dia agak sensitif sebab dia akan ada uh, proneness to overcook. Okay, this is especially true when immediately after cooking, tak kisahlah you guna moist heat atau dry heat, place it directly on a plate and biar begitu saja for few minutes, okay? Because the cooking process does not actually stop when you lift it out of the pan or take it out of the water. The transferred cooking actually happen inside the vegetables when you dig it out. So the risk of overcooking is there lah. Okay, another example where overcooking can happen when you already cook the food, place it inside the hotel pan and then place in the bain marie. Okay, to usually in bulk cooking, biasanya kalau amalan dulu di hospital, sebolehnya vegetables tu bukannya dimasak betul-betul, sebolehnya kita biar dia undercook and then angkat cepat-cepat, and if there is heating, put it in heat. If not, pull it into holding because that usually will lessen the risk of overcooking. Okay, so for vegetables lazimnya selain daripada faktor masa, sebab dia kata slide sebelum ni, cook as short as possible. And lagi satu, if keadaan tu memerlukan, maybe we undercook the vegetables because vegetables can easily retain the heat apabila dimasak. Okay, and if you're not careful, it will apabila kita alihkan daripada stove ke daripada air kan, dia akan terus memasak dirinya sendiri. Okay, and that usually leads to overcooking lah, right? Alright, so saya pasti dalam hidup you pernah tengok bermacam-macam warna vegetables, but dalam basic prep ni yang paling common ada 4 lah. Okay, the first one is the white pigment vegetables. Okay, warna white pigment tu ialah anthoxanthine. Okay, and flavonoid range from pale yellow to white. Okay, contohnya macam cauliflower or onions, you tengok kat sini, right? Okay, pigment putih ni dia kata kat sini are stable and will stay white in an acidic dalam medium berasid lah. Tapi kalau you letak something yang berakali macam serbuk natrium bikarbonat, warna putih ni tukar jadi warna kuning yang kurang menarik lah. Right? Okay. Anthoxanthine dia lebih mesra asid dan agak fobia kepada alkali. Second one is the red vegetable known as anthocyanins. Okay, you boleh bayang you punya chili, your tomatoes. Okay. And sama juga macam anthocyanin, dia mesra asid kalau you tambah tomato dengan lemon squeeze ke ataupun dengan cuka ke, dia sebenarnya tomato tu akan jadi lebih bright red lah. Okay. Bahayanya kalau kita campur akali kepada red pigment vegetables, tak kisahlah lah chili ke, red capsicum ke, dia kata kat sini, alkali is a big enemy because it will turn the anthocyanins in the red color vegetables blue or blue-green. Okay, and this is usually not a very appetizing color lah. Makan saya makan tomato warna biru, macam macam jadi alien lah makan tomato tu. Something that is red but you gatal tangan letak asid, jadi warna biru. Okay, so alkalis are not a good pair to be cooked for vegetables rich in anthocyanins. So how about the third one? Okay, so saya percaya this name is familiar, chlorophyll. Semenjak zaman cikgu biologi, cikgu sains ajar pasal photosynthesis. Okay, so chlorophyll, fakta ni patut melekat dengan you all, exists in all green plants. Okay, acids are enemies of green vegetables. Dia akan affect the colours, but bukan saja acid, alkali pun sikit banyak akan spoil the colour. Alright, so yang paling sensitif so far 3 pigment ni, merah dan juga putih. Chlorophyll ni paling sensitif. Okay, whereas red and white hanya sensitif pada alkali. Alright, so to protect the colour of the green, okay, antara cara yang disarankan is to cook uncovered to allow plant acids to escape, such as cooker. Cook for the shortest time as possible. Okay, cook in small batches, right? And avoid baking soda. Okay, baking soda dia kat sini dia boleh sikit sebanyak pelihara warna hijau tu berbanding asid yang akan melunturkan warna hijau, but be cautious because baking soda apabila dicampur dengan sayur hijau ni, dia punya alkali boleh destroy vitamin and texture dia boleh jadi mushy and sloppiness. Okay, alright, now the fourth one, okay, this one is the most stable type of vegetables lah, and they are called the carotenoids. So analogi yang paling murah, yang paling mudah ingat bila carotenoid, ingat warna oranye, dan ingatlah sayur yang Bugs Bunny suka makan, lobak merah atau lobak oranye. Okay, essentially because they are yellow and orange pigments, and keywords kat sini, they are very stable either with acid, alkali or neutral. Okay, but since it's vegetable, seperti biasa, short cooking time is more preferable because we want to preserve the vitamins and flavors. Okay, so sama juga flavor tadi. Flavor ada 4 faktor, but for nutrient loss, dia ada 6. Okay, high temperature because micronutrients ni sensitive. Masa, okay, lagi lama lagi banyaklah nutrients yang kita musnah. Leaching, dissolving out. Okay, sebab sayur ni dia ada the micronutrients ni ada yang dissolve easily in water, and kedua easily dissolve in fat. So when that happens, it's called the leaching process, right? So alkalis macam you tengok tadi can give green colored vegetables more attractive colors, but it actually destroy the nutrients, while acid while yellow and white pigment vegetables, the alkali will spoil the color. Okay, apa lagi? If they have plant enzymes, and of course number 6 oxygen. Okay, merujuk pada oxidization lah. Okay, contoh yang mudah saya boleh bagi, kenang balik prinsip sains. Saya percaya dulu cikgu sains atau cikgu kimia lah ajar ferrum bila interaksi dengan udara dengan air, dia akan jadi karat lah ataupun ferrum oksida. Okay. In a sense, not to say sayur tu akan berkarat, tetapi through oxidization, it will spoil the outer surface of the vegetables, and that oxidization tu akan rosakkan nutrients yang ada di dalam lah. Okay. Right. So sebelahnya, cook in a little amount of liquid, which is a lot. Use a lot of liquid increases by leaching. Leaching as in the vitamins tu larut dalam air dan dia musnah through haba lah if you boil it for too long. Okay. So using a little liquid increase time test. Okay, the note on the screen here is that using a lot of liquid increases vitamin loss by leaching, and using a little liquid actually increases cooking time. Okay, rasa saya tunjuk kat you through AI lah what this statement really means. Okay, so I copy paste the statement into Google Gemini, and this is what the interpretation shows. Tengok apa dia kata kat sini. The statement in the note seems a bit counterintuitive because typically one would expect that using less water would lead to faster cooking time. Tapi sebenarnya tidak. Okay. Alright. However, the explanation lies in the specific condition and the way heat is transferred. So dia terang kat sini. Pada pertama, tengok heat transfer. Okay. When you use small amount of liquids, the heat is primarily transferred to the vegetable through direct contact with the pot or the pan. Okay. This can be a slower process if the liquid evaporates quickly. Alright. Apabila cecair itu kurang, dia akan evaporate dan the heat transfer jadi lambat lah. Okay. When you use a large amount of liquid, the water acts as a heat conductor, distributing the heat more evenly to the vegetables. Okay. And this can lead to faster cooking times. Alright. And lagi satu, penerangan nombor 2 dalam konteks nutrient loss. Contrary to what one might think, cooking vegetables in a large amount of water doesn't necessarily lead to the greater nutrition loss. Okay, the primary concern for nutrient loss is leaching out of water-soluble vitamins in the cooking water. However, the amount of nutrients loss will depend on factors including the cooking time, temperature, and type of vegetables. Right. And to conclude, dikata kat sini, if you use small amount liquid, you nampak lebih efficient, tapi dia mungkin meningkatkan cooking time because small amount liquid, it may evaporate and it will not conduct heat as effectively when you use a lot of water. Okay. All right. And however, it doesn't necessarily lead to significant nutrient loss. Okay. The key take-home message from this explanation is to minimize nutrient loss is to use appropriate cooking method, such as steaming, frying, to avoid overcooking. Okay. So that's why early on the slide, sebelumnya you disarankan untuk steaming dan juga frying lah. Ada stir frying lah dengan kehadiran air yang secukupnya. Okay. To cook the vegetables in a short amount of time, and of course minimize the leaching process. Okay, it's a bit complex to understand. Ni saya minta AI ni translatekan dalam bahasa Melayu, right? So I'm not going to go into detail. Maybe saya pergi ke kesimpulan lah. Okay, dikata kat sini, mengguna sedikit cair atau air mungkin kelihatan lebih efisien, tapi sebenarnya boleh meningkatkan masa memasak. Okay. Walau bagaimanapun, dia tidak semestinya membawa kepada kehilangan nutrien yang ketara. Okay. Key ways ataupun cara untuk meminimalkan nutrient loss ialah dengan menggunakan kaedah masak yang sesuai, seperti mengukus atau menumis dan mengelakkan memasak terlalu lama. Okay, saya scroll up, bagi peluang untuk you baca and maybe you nak screenshot the explanation berkenaan dengan penggunaan air ni. Okay, alright. You may pause the video ataupun rewind. Okay, we'll proceed with the next slide. Alright, just to recap, here are the general rules. Macam saya kata awal-awal tadi, it's best that you undercook the vegetables because vegetables are very heat sensitive and can lead to overcooking kalau you tak kawal haba. Alright. Sebenarnya you cook the vegetables close to service time in small batches. Dia dipanggil cook à la minute. Okay. Dalam French, à la minute means cook upon request or when it's ordered. Okay. Cuma sayur tu dibuat mise en place dalam dari segi blanching lah, right? Okay. Avoid long holding times inside the hotel pan. Okay. Elakkan baking soda or any alkali for green, white, and red vegetables. Cut uniformly bukan saja untuk bagi dia cantik, but because we want it to be evenly cooked. Alright. So if you want to boil or blanch vegetable, you start with boiling water. Okay. Only starch saja you start in cold water. Right. So seperti potatoes ni, start in cold. Alright. Green vegetables and strong vegetables, preferably that you cook it uncovered. Tak payah nak tutup dengan lid. Okay. SAD ingredients boleh ditambah ke dalam sayur warna merah dan putih sebab dia boleh preserve the color. Green vegetables, generally you cook it in neutral color. Alright. Do not mix batch of fresh cooked vegetables with a batch of the same vegetable that is cooked earlier on. Right. Okay. Okay. Standard quality when you cook a vegetable, tak kisahlah dry heat ke moist heat. Pertama, color dia mesti bright and masih lagi ada natural color lah. Okay. If it's carrot, sepatutnya dia warna orange lah. Jangan letak alkali sebab dia akan jadi warna biru. Alright. Same goes for other pigment colors. Hatta sayur yang hijau pun. Okay. Appearance on the plate. Okay. Cut neatly and uniform. No broken pieces. Texture. Of course, cook to the right level of doneness. Maybe yang ni mungkin you tak perlu pakai if you are using leafy vegetables. Sebab faham-fahamlah, leafy vegetables tu dia nipis. It's hard for you to judge whether it's al dente or not. Okay. And of course, the first one, flavor, it's full of natural flavor and sweetness. Okay. When you saute vegetables, ingat, you are not sauteing the vegetables in its raw form. You are actually cooking or sauteing the vegetables in a semi-cooked form. Okay. So that's why you masak secara ringkas saja. Okay. And of course, season very lightly using salt and pepper. Okay. If you want to add sauce, dekat sini, butter and seasoned butter should be freshly made and not heavy. All right. And of course, to create a presentable dish to present alongside your entrees or main course. Okay. The vegetable color combination should add flavor, color, and shapes should be pleasing to in that combination lah. Okay. Usually for accompanying vegetables, biasanya at least ada 3 lah. Kalau contoh dalam ni Apa ni, Brussels sprouts, you tengok ada capsicum, the Brussels sprout itself, and then ada snow peas and letak sesame. So that's at least 3 color. If 4, 5 would be better lah. 1 tak ada blend of harmony, 2 nampak pale lah. Okay, so usually minimum for vegetable side dish in the main course biasanya at least 3 minimum. Alright. Okay, yang tu challenges apabila you nak masak. Okay, now washing and soaking. Okay, sayur kita kena basuh sebab satu dia daripada tanah, and of course sebab dia dah disembur dengan macam-macam pesticide lah, and some of these pesticide are feces based. Okay, so root vegetables lazimnya should be scrubbed, perlu digosok, disarankan untuk gosok. Okay, now as for leafy vegetables macam lettuce ataupun cabbages, to keep it fresh and crispy, you sebenarnya kena letak dia dalam ice water. Yes, apa you tengok dalam nota tu memang betul. If you larutkan apa pun sayur dalam air, the water soluble vitamins akan leach out. Okay, that is true. But for presentation purpose, leafy vegetables, you want to serve it fresh and crispy. So that's why you are required to keep it in a cold ice water punya bath. Okay. Tolak tepi nutrients, but the way you can minimize nutrient loss while soaking the lettuce or the kubis punya daun tu daripada hilang nutrient is jangan soak lama-lama lah. Soak at least 30-40 minutes, and then immediately after that use it to portion or cook. Okay. Doing well. Ini boleh baca sendiri. Okay. Okay, so believe it or not, most of the micronutrients sebenarnya ada di bahagian kulit sayur tu. Tak kisahlah carrot ataupun kentang. Okay, most of the area that is rich in micronutrient is actually the skin. Okay, if we remove the skin entirely, yes, you might argue lah. Tapi doktor, kulit tu kan keras, kotor, mana orang nak makan? Okay, but okay, that's true from the nutrition perspective, but for presentation wise, selalunya ia dibuang. But if you want to retain some of the nutrients, you disarankan untuk peel vegetables tu thinly as possible lah. Okay, maybe the upper part of the skin tu dibuang, but the small layer inside tu try as much to retain. Okay, or even cooking sama je tadi, cut a uniform size, tak kisahlah batone ke, tak kisahlah julienne ke ataupun floret ke, but do take note, cuts like julienne, you have the option of skipping the blanching process sebab after all julienne tu sangat nipis, but batone ataupun medium dice, large dice, it's common sense memang dia tebal, so that's why those type of cuttings you disarankan untuk pre-cook ataupun boil or blanch them before you actually fry or saute them. Okay. Alright, third one dia kata treat treat vegetables that brown easily ataupun oxidize easily with the addition of acids such as lemon juice or antioxidant solutions or whole underwater to ready to use. Okay, safe edible trims for soup, stocks, and vegetables puree. This can apply if I were to pick an easy example, you punya puree carrot soup lah. Okay. Memang you kena potong apa julienne ataupun small dice, okay, but bahagian kulit yang you dah trim tu sebenarnya boleh diguna jugalah, okay. Now here's another secret saya nak share dulu sebab pay attention to safe edible trims of vegetable for soups and to make stock and vegetables, okay. So untuk lesson stock, recall balik apa yang saya terang kat you minggu lepas. Stock menggunakan any vegetables. It can be Maripois ataupun in Eastern version, it can be any form of vegetables. Tak kisahlah apa kombinasi ataupun ratio sekalipun. Vegetables memang boleh gunakan untuk stock. But for soups and puree, bahagian yang ditrim ataupun leftover vegetables sering digunakan untuk you punya soup of the day. So in some restaurants they don't have a specific, dia memang mungkin takkan declare lah setiap hari ada cream of broccoli, akan ada cream of mushroom. Dia mungkin declare dalam menu tu soup du jour ataupun soup of the day, and descriptionnya ialah please ask the head waiter about what is the flavor or the soup of the day is. Sebab apa? Soup du jour boleh jadi apa-apa flavor, whether it's a thick soup ataupun clear soup. Because soup du jour ni sebenarnya merujuk kepada sup yang disediakan menggunakan edible trims ataupun leftover of yesterday. Contohnya hari Isnin brokoli digunakan sebagai accompaniment kepada steak menu, tetapi pada hari Isnin tu ada banyak batang brokoli yang tertinggal. Okey. Arnab tak ada, tak boleh makan. Nak bagi staff makan, komplain, alah chef, nak kunyah batang brokoli nanti patah gigi saya. So what can they do is potong batang brokoli itu to small pieces and masak sebagai soup of the day pada hari Selasa. Okay, so that's a secret that I share dengan you lah. Maybe once upon a time you tengok dalam your favorite teen series or teen comedy dalam Disney Channel, ataupun mana-mana teen series dalam Nickelodeon di mana orang tu nak makan soup du jour, you ingat nama pun wow fancy-nya, soup du jour, soup of the day. Tapi in reality soup du jour ni is made from leftover ingredients daripada berapa jam awal ataupun berapa hari yang lepas. Okay, not to say soup du jour tu dibuat pada benda yang dah nak reput. It just mean that soup du jour ni disediakan oleh bahan pada semalam hari yang masih elok, itu key-nya. Okay, leftover ingredients that are still in good condition to be cooked. Alright. So classification of vegetables, they are many types lah. Seeds and pod, roots, cabbage, onion, leafy, stalks, dan juga mushroom. Okay, and these types of vegetables memang berbeza lah dari segi kandungan glutamoid yang akan perkayakan ataupun menyumbang kepada rasa umami dalam masakan you all. Okay. Of course, antara best of the best in glutamate, contributing to umami is of course mushroom lah. Okay. Alright, so what to do when handling frozen or chilled vegetables. Apabila membuat penerimaan, lazimnya checking of qualities melibatkan temperature, ice crystal, signs of leaking in the carton ataupun freezer burns. Okay. So apabila you buat LI nanti tak kisahlah dekat kilang ke atau catering companies, maybe you akan ataupun hospital, you akan berpeluang lah lalui receiving process ni. Okay. So a quick look, ini antara contoh inspection process yang kena lalui lah. Okay. Sayur bergantung kepada organisasi yang you bekerja. Kalau saya di hospital dulu, sayur spesifikasi yang kita ada memang tak boleh ada akar lah. Okay, if we receive something yang ada berakar, kita boleh reject dan minta pergantian. Okay. Penerimaan buah atau sayur berkarton mestilah dalam keadaan baik. And for certain fruits, kita dibenarkan untuk potong bukan untuk perah tapi untuk rasa betul manis atau tak. Okay. And freezer burn dalam nota ni, this is how it looks like. Okay. Dia ada ketulan gumpalan ais yang terkumpul di sayur ni. Okay, yang ni tak berapa bagus lah kualiti sayurnya, means dia mengeras disebabkan ada air berlebihan di dalamnya. Okay. Ini mini freezer burn ni merujuk kepada pembekuan pada sayur dan ada ketulan-ketulan small granule of ice. That's freezer burn. Okay, as for sayur yang betin, checking quality selalunya start dengan appearance of the can lah. Kalau ada kemek, dense, you boleh reject. Okay. Ada leakage, ada terbuka, boleh reject belaka. Tengok dia punya label ataupun tengok dia punya brand, is it matching the specs that you agreed with the supplier, alright? Okay. Okay, this slide basically ada some of the solutions untuk untuk mengekalkan kualiti masakan penyebabkan sayur ni lah. Dia melibatkan sama ada batch cooking, meaning cook vegetables into smaller batch. Contohnya, you masak 3 kali, pukul 8, pukul 9, pukul 10. Rather than pukul 9 masak 3 kilo, you mungkin ada risk of uneven cooking or nutrient leakage or leaching. To minimize that, you boleh consider batch cooking, which is maybe pukul 8 1 kilo, pukul 9 1 kilo, pukul 10 1 kilo. Okay. By doing batch cooking, you can minimize overcooking as well as nutrient loss, preserving quality. But dengan syarat those batch cooking tu you jual or serve cepat-cepat lah. Right? Okay, so for vegetables that are either leafy or non-leafy, biasanya the acceptable range is between 1 degrees to a maximum of 18 degrees Celsius lah. Usually in a dry, dark place, and it also applies for potatoes and onions as well lah. Okay. But I know dalam scenario Malaysia, Malaysia lazimnya potatoes onion ni jarang dan susah sekali mak makcik dan nenek di rumah nak letak dia dalam peti ais. But letak dalam peti ais, okey bagus. Tapi kalau tak nak letak dalam peti ais, mungkin sebab nak guna dalam masa cepat, at least store the potatoes and onion dalam tempat yang dry dan dark, yang kering dan juga gelap. Kalau you perasan, mak selalu letak dalam bakul plastik kan, right? Okay, kita peel and cut vegetables, against protection. Bolehnya lepas you potong ataupun lepas you dah pre-cook during your mise en place, it is advisable for you to wrap those vegetables plastic lah to prevent spoilage and prevent oxidization. If you need to frozen, make sure it's below 0 degrees Celsius. And leftovers macam saya terangkan tadi, sebolehnya, okay, dia kata kat sini, sebolehnya janganlah ada leftover, okay, do your proper costing and forecasting betul. But if you have leftover, the best choice of vegetable is use them tomorrow for your soup of the day or the soup du jour. Okay. Right, so legumes sama jugalah. Ini terang kat sini, sama macam potatoes, dia memerlukan proses rendaman sebab kita nak break dia punya granules so that dia easy absorb. Biasanya contoh yang paling dekat saya boleh bagi ialah kacang dal lah. Kacang dal tu tak main lah you nak rendam 5-10 minit. Dia tak akan break the granules and dia tak akan give your dal a rich flavor. It becomes chunky. So it needs long hours because you need the kacang dal to absorb the moisture so dia punya granule breaks, and apabila you masak dia jadi soft, savory lah, right? Okay, for cooking, saya rasa saya akan go to very fast, but most of it saya dah cover lah dalam lecture the 4 prior weeks. Okay. So antara key points dia kata sini, boiling and steaming are the two most frequent method for cooking vegetables. Okay. Boiling merujuk kepada blanching process lah. Start in and remember, blanching kena start pada suhu mendidih. Boiling temperature, bukannya poaching temperature ataupun simmering temperature. Okay. When you cook in boiling water, once it's firm to bite or al dente, cepat-cepat keluar and do the shocking process, which is transfer quickly, cool inside cold water or ice water. All right. To prevent overcooking and of course to preserve the quality. Right. Yang paling afdal, of course, is you guna steam lah sebab the water vapors dia punya contact area tu taklah intense as compared to boiling sebab steam bila dia interact daripada cair dia cepat-cepat jadi gas. Okay, so that's why it's more efficient to cook and of course to preserve nutrient using steam as compared to boiling or blanching. So pureeing, okay, ni merujuk kepada kalau you nak buat macam baby food ataupun your puree carrot soup. Okay, jumpa lagi perkataan ni, sorting, okay, and sama juga macam the second week of lecture. Pastikan you cook in a small amount of time and small amount of fat. Okay. Pan frying means cooking a large amount of fat for longer periods, but at low heat. Okay. Saute, ingat, small amount of fat and quick time. But for pan frying, moderate ataupun large amount of fat, but at lower heat. Okay. Alright, ni for showmanship. Low moist heat use. Okay, rasa boleh baca sendiri, saya takkan yes. Alright, ini pun you boleh baca sendiri. Okay. Okay, this one saya skip, you boleh baca sendiri. But for broiling, you guna salamander so that the heat cooks the vegetable from on top lah. Okay. Lazimnya, if misalnya contoh eggplant, you letak cheese and dapat the melting effect. Eggplant from the melting effect, you can use broiler on salamander. Okay. Grilling, disarankan untuk sayur yang tidak berdaun lah. Okay. Usually kalau you tengok kat sini macam capsicum, macam carrot, dan juga terung, onions. Okay. Dia mungkin hilang dia vitamin C, but vitamin yang a bit resistant macam vitamin A, B, mungkin dia the chances of dia akan repeat lagi lah. Okay. To avoid moisture loss, brush with oil. And lagi satu peranan oil is of course to trap lah the fat soluble vitamins from being totally destroyed kalau you tak letak oil langsung. Okay. Grill until lightly cooked. Okay, baca sendiri. Okay. As for deep fried vegetables, dia juga menggunakan prinsip yang sama ada macam chicken chop dan juga fish and chip. Dia kena lalu breading process lah, sama ada dengan tepung saja ataupun if a more complex process, tepung, egg whites and maybe breadcrumbs or spices. Okay. Okay, the nearest example of deep fried vegetables selain French fries, maybe yang ni lah kot. The humble or popular enoki mushroom. Sedap digoreng. Okay, but dia biasanya lalui breading process lah dengan tepung dan juga egg wash dan juga spices untuk bagi dia rasa pedas-pedas spicy sikit. Okay. Anda kata you nak deep fry vegetable tanpa breading, mungkin you susah lah nak dapat the crispiness flavor and the beautiful golden brown texture, right? And maybe another classic example for deep fried vegetables is this onion ring. Okay, sama juga macam enoki mushroom, dia lalui breading process. Okay, but remember, for deep fry, you kena make sure the vegetables tu ditenggelami oleh minyak lah. Kalau tak ditenggelami, it's not count as deep frying. And for deep frying, the most important thing is the oil should be preheated so that it reach minimum 145 degrees Celsius before the vegetables actually can be put inside for the deep frying process. Alright, now kita sentuh sikit pasal vegetables in Eastern cuisine, right? So ni boleh baca sendiri, cuma saya highlight kat sini. Compared to Western cuisine, biasanya vegetable ni is a side dish. In Eastern cuisine, the vegetable often take center stage, showing their versatility dan juga texture. Meaning, sayur dalam Eastern ni mungkin share similarity dengan Western cuisine sebagai side dish, but dalam Eastern cuisine, konsepnya sayur tu boleh juga diserve sebagai a main dish or a side dish served in bigger portion for family style services. History lesson, saya skip ni, saya takkan go into detail. But one yang Alright, the one that is most important to understand when cooking Eastern vegetables is the flavor profiles lah. Okay, Eastern vegetables contribute to a diverse range of flavor profile, including sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and of course, umami. All right, each flavor profiles plays a distinct role in balancing and enhancing. Okay, so exploring umami-rich ingredient because umami using superfood or super vegetables such as mushroom, seaweed, and fermented products like miso, and of course soy sauce because they are high in glutamic acid. Okay, and it's this superfood or super ingredients often add a high level of depth and complexity to dish. Okay, another important thing in Eastern dish is the incorporation of herb and spice to vegetables. All right, enhance the flavor like cilantro and Thai basils. Okay. Right, nota ni ada dalam PE Learn lah. So, Indonesian cuisine influenced by the Malay, Chinese, Indian, Thai, Japanese, and Sumatrans. Okay. Usually, in Malaysian dish, it can be served from flavored curries to stir fries, influence from usually Chinese and juga Nyonya influence. Okay. So, this is on various techniques yang digunakan, stir fry, stealing, body, filling. Okay, saya skip. Wide race of vegetables. So, kalau yang native, kangkung, daun kesum, petai, daun gado, right? Okay, yang ni boleh kata penting lah. What are the core ingredients that makes the uniqueness in Malaysian vegetable cuisines. So some of the spices antara yang diguna turmeric, cumin, coriander, lemongrass, ginger, aromatic such as pandan leaves, kaffir lime. Kaffir lime ni merujuk pada limau purut. Okay. Curry leaves to infuse fragrant aromas. To give a level of richness, biasanya diletak santan atau nut milk lah. Okay, adds creaminess, richness, and sikit sebanyak untuk balance out ataupun tone down rasa pedas-pedas daripada rempah ratus dan juga mungkin daripada cili padi atau cili merah atau cili hijau. Okay, peranan coconut milk, and of course north, south, east of west, sambal belacan still the best because dibuat pada apa? Dia dibuat pada fermented shrimp paste and fermented protein dish memang diasosiasikan sebagai strong in umami and of course menjadi bahan wajib ditambah apabila stir fried vegetables, baking sambal, dalam budu ataupun mana sos cicahan dips. Okay. So some of the traditional vegetable dish macam sayur lodeh, it's an example of vegetable curry menggunakan prinsip yang sama saya terangkan minggu lepas, start dengan tumisan bawang, masuk serbuk kari, masukkan sayur dan after that cover up dengan air ataupun chicken ataupun beef stock and let the extraction continue lah. But usually for sayur lodeh, we look at the example ni, dia masih lagi hijau-hijau, meaning kita tak biarlah sayur tu sampai totally layu. Okay, totally layu presentable wise tak berapa elok, but for flavor wise memang sedap lah sebab all the necessary flavors di umami tu dah meresap dalam kuah. Another drawback is apabila you makan kunyah sayur tu, dia akan jadi tasteless lah, right? Sebab you dah extract the flavor, the umami tu masa you dah letak air dalam tu. Okay. as for acar, a popular pickled dish, okay, some of the core ingredients: lemon, cucumber, carrot, cabbage, shallot, marinated in a tangy sauce. And benda yang tangy dan masam-masam tu, of course, datang daripada campuran cuka, gula dan juga kacang lah. Okay. Another local favorite, kangkung belacan. Okay. So in English, kangkung ni refer to as water spinach, atau kalau nak directly translate, kangkung tu sebenarnya bayam air. Okay. Interesting way of translating it. Is of course water spinach. Sorry, not actually seasoned. Cook or stir fry with belacan added, okay, along with garlic, chili paste, right? Full flavor and crunchy. All right. An example of a raw vegetable dish is of course ulam lah. All right. A traditional Malay salad comprising of mixed or raw blanched vegetables. Dia ada a western counterpart ulam ni. All right. Saya tunjuk kat you all western ulam macam mana. Okay, western ulam nama dia crudites. Okay, tahun lepas masa saya Encik Aziz handle basic practical, memang ada kita minta student sediakan crudites ni lah. Not sure whether your batch akan diminta sediakan atau tak, but generally it's just raw vegetables ataupun vegetables yang telah you blanch and then arrange accordingly lah. And it will usually be served with dipping sauce or dressing. Okay. Nothing extravagant pun crudites ni. It's just over glorified western ulam. Okay. But as for ulam, biasanya di-serve raw ataupun blanch and served with sambal belacan, dipping sauce, or kalau Batak Timur dengan budu lah. Okay. So commonly popular style of cooking, nombor satu biasanya stir frying. Tak kisahlah kangkung belacan ke, Thailand ke, biasanya kita akan guna stir frying lah, sebab bukan saja kita tumis guna minyak, air pun akan ditambah dalam masakan sayur di Malaysia ni. Okay. Steaming, another popular ni using steam, ataupun bukan saja sayur di steam tu on its own, sayur tu di steam dengan ikan, okay, untuk give the natural sweetness of the vegetable to the fish. Okay. Boiling used for soup, stews, and curries. All right, and last but not least, grilling lah, barbecuing vegetables. And Nyonya influences antaranya kita kat sini influence of Nyonya influence dalam masakan sayur, misalnya japchae, penggunaan soybean paste, dried shrimp, terung, ataupun this one telur sambal, terung sambal, bukan telur sambal. Okay. Terung yang sama ada digoreng atau dibakar and dituang sambal di atasnya, right? Other aromatic ingredients used like laksa leaf, daun kesum, torch ginger, right? So that's basically what Eastern cuisine is all about. Eastern vegetables is all about. Yang penting untuk Malaysia is penggunaan bahan-bahan ni untuk enhance the spiciness and flavor. Paling utama belacan for the umami, coconut ni untuk awal kepedasan ni lah, right? The rest you boleh tengok sendiri. Okay. Okay, now for the final part of this week's topic, saya akan sentuh pasal salads and juga dressing lah. Okay. So untuk lengkapkan you punya salad bukan saja dari segi keharmonian warna dan jenis sayuran bercampur dengan the relevant protein sources and the arrangement, vegetables lazimnya kita makan something lah. In this case, it's called salad dressing ataupun you can consider them as cold sauces. Alright. Dia ada 3 cara. Yang paling obvious and saya rasa you all akan buat nanti is of course oil and vinegar base. Yang ni is not thickened sebab minyak dan juga air. Okay. Kedua ialah mayonnaise base. This one is considered the thickened dressing. Okay, and in some instances mungkin you akan buat cooked dressing lah. Okay, because it's similar to mayonnaise dressing but has more tart and little to no oil content. It could the nearest one I can tell you cooked dressing ni is the Hollandaise lah sebab dia guna egg yolk dan juga clarified butter and dikacau periodically on each sauce. Okay. So salad dressing will depend directly on the quality of the ingredients. Okay, most salad dressing biasanya dia akan acidic lah. Sebab salad, especially appetizer salad, should entice you your appetite and your desire to eat. Okay, so that's why the dressing lazimnya berasa sedikit, kalau tak banyak masam, sedikit masam sebab acidic flavor ni berperanan untuk membangkitkan deria pada lidah dan membangkitkan semangat you untuk makan, right? So basically any type as for oil dalam vinaigrette, any type of oil will do as long as you don't use petrol or kerosene lah. Okay, any vegetable oil, peanut oil, wangi, guna olive oil lah, right? But no harm using oil, corn, sunflower oil. There's no harm. Cuma dia punya outcome tu mungkin ada sikit berbeza lah. Okay. Quality factors, dia kata all-purpose oil dress should have a mild, sweet flavor. Okay. Strong flavor oils can make excellent salad dressing, but not appropriate with every fruit. Okay. As for vinegar, these are the common type lah. Biasanya cider vinegar is the one that, or distilled vinegar is the one that is commonly used for cooking. Okay. Should have clean, sharp flavor. Okay. Strength of acidity determine the tartness of the vinegar. Okay. Most salad vinegars approximately 5%. Paling tinggi pun 7 to 8% acidity sebab vinegar, tak silap saya, is one of the stronger acid lah. Okay. If it's the acidity level to more than 10%, silap-silap boleh berlubang you punya pipi. Okay. Andai kata vinegar ataupun cuka tu terlalu tinggi, boleh ambil option untuk larutkan dengan sikit air, alright, untuk kurangkan kemasamannya. Alright. So another popular alternative untuk ganti ataupun digunakan dalam you punya salad dressing ni, okay, especially for making mayonnaise. Sebab mayonnaise bukan semata-mata bergantung pada egg yolk dan minyak. Dia kena ada istilah sains, tak silap saya, pemangkin. Pemangkinnya dalam sini adalah lemon juice. Okay. Dan selain tu, another acidic ingredient yang akan menjadi pemangkin pada perkahwinan akad nikah antara egg yolk dan juga minyak tu ialah mustard. Okay. So acidic ingredient is the catalyst for the egg yolk and the oil to merge into mayonnaise. But lemon juice tidak dimasukkan dalam vinaigrette Sebab after all vinaigrette ni ialah pernikahan sementara ataupun bonding of a temporary emotion between oils and vinegars. There is no oil, vinegars or plus lemon juice. Lemon juice is only added in mayonnaise. Satu untuk for the acidic flavor, but also to help to encourage the emulsification process. Okay. Selalunya nota dia kata boleh letak, but in practical sense lemon juice tak diletak dalam vinegar atau vinaigrette ni. Okay. So emulsification in salad ni merujuk pada mayonnaise, egg yolk ataupun in modern terms the whole egg pun boleh digunakan untuk mayonnaise sekarang. Okay, sebab satu nak elak pembaziran. Okay. Traditionally is egg yolk and oil, but now you can use whole eggs with oil with the addition of acidic ingredients, mustard dan juga lemon juice. Okay. Right. So all vinegar is considered the temporary emulsion lah. Okay. Masukkan oil, vinegar and maybe you letak onion and garlic sikit. Kacau guna whisk and then cepat-cepat tuang atas sayur untuk serve lah. You can store it for later, but over time dia akan separate lah antara oil, vinegar. Oil will be on top, vinegar will be at the bottom. Selalunya student masa nak present depan lecturer, masa dia tuang atas salad, kadang dia terlupa untuk kacau semula. So apabila dia tuang vinegar, vinaigrette atas sayur, rasa kenapa tawar ni? Dia terbinga, kita dah letak dah semua bahan, tapi bila saya tanya balik, you ingatlah untuk stir ni. Alah, terupalah doktor. Okay. So in that example, it usually refers to kenapa you punya vinaigrette tu rasa tawar is because oil dah ada di atas, vinegar ada di bawah. Maklumlah dia dah buat tu siap pukul 10 contohnya, kemudian dia letak dalam chiller pukul 12 nak bagi lecturer rasa, dia just simply ambil, dia lupa nak kacau, so dia scoop lah guna sudu, dia hanya letak minyak saja atas sayur tu. So that's why ada masalah ni lah. So always remember, prior for you to portioning and serving, make sure the oil and vinegar is mixed together. After all, this is a temporary emulsion. So memang dia perlu dikacau, perlu dicampurkan semula sebelum dituang. Okay. Alright, mayonnaise saya dah terangkan tadi panjang lebar. Oil and egg or egg yolks with the addition of acidic ingredients. Okay. These are some of the basic ratio, right? 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. Sebab faham-fahamlah vinegar ni sangat-sangat masam. 3 parts oil is used to counteract the sourness. Okay. Biasanya 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 4 to 1 boleh. Right. Mayonnaise. Okay, saya skip. So this is the traditional way. Modern way of making mayonnaise boleh menggunakan blender seperti mana senior food tech buat baru-baru ni. But same principle, andai kata you nak guna whisk sekalipun, minyak tu perlu dituang sedikit demi sedikit dan you kena consistent dalam steering the whisk tu. If you whisk too fast or whisk secara lenggang maklimah, there is a chance of your emulsification would break. Okay. Okay, other form of dressing, cook dressing, dia bagi contoh kat sini apa? Made with little no oil. It can be sour cream base, food base, or yogurt base. Okay. Alright. So standard quality for salad yang berjaya have a well-balanced flavor. Okay, kita tak maulah acidity dia terlalu kuat. Sebelumnya kita mau ada sense of umami di dalam dia. Okay. Sebab ingat salad ni bukan dia perlu ada sayur dan dressing semata-mata. Disarankan juga sayur tu ada some form of protein, and that protein tu sebolehnya high in umami lah, macam ikan tuna, okay, ataupun beef bacon yang you dah chop, okay, to get this well balanced flavor lah. Rely on vegetables and dressing, it might be just acidic, alright, acidic, sour, and high tartness, right? Okay, moving on. Salad ni dia sebenarnya pelbagai fungsi, bukannya terhad hanya dimakan oleh orang yang nak diet, nak kurus saja. Okay, so dia adalah appetizer salad, accompaniment salad, main course salad. But generally for each type of salad dia ada minimum suggested portion lah. Okay, ni saya buka panduan yang daripada assignment senior sebelum ni. Oops, this is not the one. Sekejap. Okay, this is the correct one. Okay, kalau you tengok kat sini, for appetizer dish, whether it's a salad or even orders or canapes, the salad must range from minimum 90 grams to 150 grams on the plate. If it's a main course salad, dia bukan saja perlu memenuhi keperluan untuk vegetables, tetapi ada kriteria lain. So misalnya sauce ataupun dressing is a certain range, and dia kena ada elements of protein, high protein, baru the salad tu kira lengkap. Okay, and lepas ni you akan tengok dalam slide ada examples of dessert salad. Dessert salad pun dia kena memenuhi certain range. Cuma dia punya maximum range for dessert salad ni cuma 140, while the appetizer maximum 190. Appetizer dia sikit-sikit lah. Sebab dessert ni is the last meal, biasanya di serve dalam portion yang kecil lah. Okay. Okay, for appetizer salads, which is between 90 to 150 grams, the criteria there ialah it should be able to stimulate appetite by taste and visual. And antaranya selain menggunakan a high tangy or tartness dari segi acid ingredients, it should have a fresh crisp ingredients, biasanya merujukkan pada leafy vegetables, ataupun sayur yang crunchy macam macam carrots, macam timun, okay, tangy, have attractive, bukan saja appetizing to the tongue but appetizing to the eyes. And the range of 90 to 150 gram is sebab not too large, sebab kita nak bagi orang semangat untuk makan lah. So appetizer ni boleh kata kalau dari segi senaman is the warm up exercise, right, before the big sprint or the big marathon. Accompanying salads, okay, yang ni biasanya di serve di dalam main course. Okay, so lazimnya yang ni accompanying salad dia sikit sajalah, which is about 60 to 90 grams. And macam saya terangkan awal tadi, for accompanying salads atau accompanying vegetables, misalnya contoh okay, sauteed vegetables mungkin tolak, tapi saya ambil contoh lain, coleslaw yang you makan tu, sekurang-kurangnya dia kena ada apa? Dia kena ada lettuce, dia kena ada guna maybe carrot, and then a third one apa ya, carrot, turnip, lobak putih, and another green members mungkin sedang saya buka gambar lah. Okay, so ada carrot, ada maybe cabbage warna putih, and animals mungkin ada timun warna hijau dan juga base dia ialah daun lettuce which is warna hijau, berhijau juga. So another way maybe guna the purple cabbage, you can get a more harmonious color that way. Okay, now as for the main course salad, dia bukan saja kena ada sayur, dia perlu juga ada elemen starch dan juga high protein di dalamnya, baru dia qualify as a true main course salad. Okay, antara contoh saya boleh tunjukkan you all. Complete main course salad selain daripada memenuhi keperluan berat minimal dan maksimum, dia kena ada a balance element lah. Kalau contoh kat sini, this dinner salad adalah timun, adalah tomatoes and harmonize dengan udang dan telur untuk create harmonious umami flavor. Okay. Another example will be flag steak salad. Adalah cucumber, ada apa lagi ni yang merah ni, ada red capsicum top up dengan a special vinaigrette ataupun mustard sauce yang masam-masam, okay, and serve on a much bigger plate. How about this one? Spicy chickpea. Dia adalah macam corn chips. Okay, corn chips ni is supposed to be the source of the carbohydrate. Okay. Lagi yang ada. Okay, here's another example. Yang ni dia guna roti pita dan juga jagung and maybe some potatoes dalam ni. Okay. So these are examples of main course salad lah. Dia bukan saja semata sayur tapi lengkap dengan sumber protein dan juga karbohidrat. Okay. And based on the notes, ini kriteria dia lah: large enough to serve as a full meal, substantial portion of protein and variety of vegetables, green legumes, right? Okay. Separate course meal dia biasa merujuk bukan a traditional 4-5 course meal ni. For a classic fine dining cuisine, appetizer, soup, and sebelum makan main course, mungkin dia makan main course tu dalam 3 fasa. Fasa pertama dia makan ikan, diikuti oleh ayam, dan last kali baru daging. Okay, sebab merujuk pada ikan tu is white meat, senang dihadam, followed by chicken, mungkin perlukan tempoh sederhana untuk hadam, dan last kali baru red meat baru untuk hadam. But in between those 3 entrees, yang kalau ikut the traditional fine dining tu, you perlu satu makanan untuk clear you punya palates lah. Dia sama konsep macam ni. You pergi ke kedai perfume, cium fragrant daripada perfume A nak ke perfume B, apabila ke perfume C mesti you dah pening-pening kan. Okay, lazimnya you kena bau coffee bean lah untuk clear you punya nose. Alright. So selain daripada salad ni, untuk clear you punya palates, you sebenarnya boleh makan ice cream known as the sorbet. Saya tunjuk sekejap. So sorbet ni is basically in layman term is ice cream Turki lah, tetapi dia tak ada any dairy product inside. It's just basically fruit juices infused ke dalam ice. Berasal daripada Turki. In ancient traditions, ice tu di-harvest daripada gunung masa musim sejuk. Okay, bawa turun dalam box, kemudian dituang jus perahan buah dan makan itu saja. Benda ni boleh kata an alternative to salad lah untuk clear you punya taste bud for you to proceed to the next meal. Okay. Now as for the separate dish, sebab just nak bagi you faham inilah konsepnya. If you have to eat multiple food, you have to have something to clear your taste or senses. Dalam hal perfume, you kena guna coffee bean. In terms of eating multiple dishes, kena makan 3, 4, 5 main course dalam complete fine dining. First alternative is to use sorbet ice cream. The other one is to use the separate meal salad. Sedia saya tunjuk. Okay, now, kalau buka Google, dia akan keluar examples yang mungkin agak extravagant lah. Okay. It can be the same thing ataupun the salad tu mungkin akan mengandungi lebih banyak unsur buah for after meal salad ni lah. Okay. But jawapan AI, saya tunjuk sini. Example of after meal salad that are consumed after the main course. Antara contoh dia bagi green salad, mixed green, cucumber, tomatoes and vinaigrette, citrus, okay, orange, grapefruit and lemons paired with herbs, okay. Sebab peranannya ialah untuk clear you punya taste bud so that you can proceed to the next meal, alright. Okay, yang ni mungkin less common you jumpa lah dalam konteks Eastern ataupun Malaysian setting. But yang ni senang saja, dessert salad, selalunya sweet. But the key difference between accompanying salad, yang ni maybe entirely of vegetables and protein. Dessert salad boleh ada benda-benda manis macam buah. Okay. Alright, these are some of many examples of dessert salad. Macam kriteria dia kata ni, lazimnya buah-buah yang manis dicampur lah dengan sayur untuk sebagai penutup you punya 5, 6, 7 course meal ni. Okay. These are just some of the ingredients yang digunakan dalam salad. Yang salad greens ni, okay, yang ni tak apa, saya akan skip. Saya akan terus next section, which is what is the component of a salad. So, barat kita tanya, dalam rumah ada apa? Dan kita tahu lah, ada lantai, ada tiang, ada dinding, ada ceiling, ada bumbung. Okay. Salad pun akan ada dia punya own structure. Okay, based on this Google search, so contoh ni ialah basic potato salad sebab dia ada potatoes kentang dan potatoes ni bound terikat melalui apa? Melalui mayonnaise. Okay. Another example. Alright, another example yang melibatkan buah. This one is called the Waldorf salad. Okay. Dia tak guna mayonnaise, dia guna yogurt as the punya bounding agent. Okay. So ingat bound salad, salad yang apa, yang menggumpal ataupun apa, melekat satu sama lain. Okay, another easy example mungkin dekat pada hati you. Humble coleslaw. Nampak tak? Cabbage, carrot in julien's cutting dan dibound, disatukan ikatan du melalui dengan adanya mayonnaise. Okay, so those are examples for bound salad. Okay, now for composite salads, yeah. Alright, as the final one, gelatin salad bar ni rasa saya skip ataupun satu sikit saja. Composite salads are salad made by keywordsnya arranged to or more attractive elements on the plate. They are called composite because the elements are arranged on the plate rather than mixed together. Sebab macam bound, mereka melekat antara satu sama lain melalui mayonnaise boleh, melalui yogurt boleh, melalui tradisional boleh. But for composite, keyword dia kat sini is arranged on the plate in a some sort of pattern, dalam baris, dalam bentuk bintang 4, bintang 5. Okay. And selalunya dia disusun lah. Dia in this depiction macam dia tak ada base ataupun base dia tenggelam. Okay. Alright, saya cuba tunjuk contoh lain composite salad. Alright, based on this Google search, so this is one example. Yang ni is a variant of Caesar salad, tak silap saya. Okay. One section ada tuna flakes, ada eggs, ada green vegetables and ada purple vegetables. Bawah dia ialah green. And kalau konteks Malaysia, composite salad ni boleh merujuk pada ulam lah. Okay. Okay, another good example of composite salad would be pecal. Tengok dia ada dia punya dipping peanut sauce. Arrange dalam satu bulatan. Ada tauhu, tauhu kuas, ada timun, ada tempe, kubis dan juga apa ni, kangkung. Sayur, protein, sayur, protein, sayur. Okay. Meets the criteria of a composite salad. Arranged in a line, a star, a round pattern, but it shows the element present. Okay, itulah composite salad. Alright. Ingat, bound salad, satu yang have a thickening dressing, biasanya mayonnaise ataupun yogurt. While composite salad, arranged in a line or in a particular pattern, crisscross, zigzag. Okay, but the arrangement depicts certain elements lah, right? Okay, gelatin salad saya rasa saya skip. Okay, salad bars biasanya merujuk macam ni lah. Okay, station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 biasanya merujuk pada ni. 1, tempat ambil pinggan. 2, maybe tempat untuk you ambil your base, diikuti oleh body. Body ni merujuk campuran lah. Mungkin ada macaroni or other form of pasta, mungkin ada tuna flakes, mungkin ada hard boiled eggs, boleh ambil, campur gaulkan dengan mayonnaise ke vinaigrette, di tempat nombor 4. And nombor 5, base body. Sini mungkin you punya what garnish you want to take. Nak ambil apa, croutons. Croutons ni merujuk kepada roti bakar yang telah dipotong cube as part of your garnish. And then kelima, maybe ambil dressing, top it off. And then di penghujung lengkap lah. Okay. So salad bar lazimnya disusun ikut structure of the salad lah. The more you are to the front, you will start with the base, followed by the body. And as you reach the rear of the salad bar line, you akan ambil the garnish dan juga dressing lah. And then you go sitting. Okay. So this is basically how salad bars are arranged at buffet. Once upon a time, during zaman remaja saya lah, Pizza Hut pun ada salad bar, but that practice nampaknya dah hilang di telan zaman. Okay. But remember, if you set up salad bar, it follows the pattern of this. Station 1. Okay, before that maybe ambil pinggan. Station pertama ambil base, kedua ambil body, ketiga ambil garnish, and then keempat ambil dressing. Okay, reflected in this. Okay, so that will be all for this week's lesson. Saya recap balik. Vegetables yang paling you kena tahu is the 4 pigments, how they react to acid and alkali. The most stable one is carotenoid. The most sensitive is alcohol. Red and white are much more friendly towards acid. Okay. Cooking vegetable ni quite challenge sebab you nak preserve bukan saja quality, but you need to preserve the nutrients. Alright. Bergantung pada cara you masak. Okay. As for Eastern ingredients, yang paling penting, depiction of how vegetables tu dikomplementkan, terutamanya dalam masakan Malaysia dengan kehadiran santan dan juga fermented shrimp paste, belacan sebagai sumber umami untuk complement atau boost up the vegetable dish yang kita makan lah. Okay. Dan yang terakhir ialah peranan salad. Ingat, salad bukan saja semata-mata kerana ada sayur, dia perlu salad yang berjaya, perlu juga ada elemen karbohidrat dan juga protein. And of course, dia perlu memenuhi structure berikut untuk dia jadi salad yang berjaya lah. Okay. Selain pada different courses of salads, daripada appetizer, main course, dessert, 2 jenis salad yang ada ialah bound salad, sayur yang melekat, dan kedua composite salad, sayur yang disusun ikut satu pattern tertentu. And of course, salad dimakan dengan sosnya sendiri ataupun dressing, or you call it the core sauce, and it's usually the vinaigrette, campuran oil dan vinegar. Ini adalah satu ikatan yang sementara, kena sentiasa kacau. Boleh di-prepare 1 hari, 1 jam in advance. Tapi ingat, bila you nak tuang atas vegetable, pastikan you kacau. Satukan ikat semula, emulsification tu, dan baru you tuang atas salad. Okay, as for mayonnaise, it is a permanent emulsification. But bukan saja melibatkan egg dan juga oil, but it has to have a presence of acidic ingredients sebagai pemangkin so that the emulsification tu kekal utuh sehingga akhir hayat. Okay. Alright, so that's basically it for this week's lesson. I hope to see you all next week after the Diwali break. Until then, take care and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.